Hey everyone, here I am again. I'm doing an unboxing on Crampons. Somebody asked me regarding my old video that I did on just Yak's tracks where crampons would come in handy and if they should buy them. And this is the case where I'm going to compare me going up this hill with just I have my Loas on. These are Loa winter boots. I have a collection of different things over the last 10 years that I've accumulated during the post-season REI sales. But I'm going to do this southern trail of Mount Hoy with just my winter boots. And the traction is okay, but I'm afraid that looks like I'm first on trail, which is pretty cool. No footprints. It's nice because it's like you're the explorer. So I'm slipping already. So as the trail becomes more used by other human beings, you're going to compress snow. So if you looked at check out my last video I did when I was entering the lake, the frozen lake. There's a path in the middle of the put-in that was compressed and slippery. This is slippery. So, and I'm the first one up. It's not a big mountain, it's only about 800 feet. Oops. So I can go up, but it's got to be slow, and it won't be won't be the workout that I want. But if I do enough of these laps up and down for 15 minutes, it should be good enough. Well, it was kind of okay, but I'm going to try going down. And as so there's still some spots where I can compact snow. And if you have decent enough amount of compressed snow, that actually would be like walking in concrete, kind of. I would still say going down, go in a sideways motion so you have a wider footprint instead of just being on the ball of your feet or on your heels. If the surface is thick, but there's mud that's warm and mushy underneath, that too will be a reason to not have any traction and slide. And if I was to slide, I'd just get on my butt and slide down. But some people might not do that. They'll land on their wrist, broken wrist. That's not fun, especially right hand. Can't wipe your butt anymore. I'm going to put my crampons on and see if I can increase the speed at which I ascend. But now I have the crampons on, so hopefully you can see how nasty these are. And tied in. Gotta tell you a story about how these came about, but let's try it now. See, it's like you're at a skating rink and you're not on the ice or on the wood. So it's kind of weird. But now, whether I'm kicking up mud and biting into the mud by 1 to 2 inches, or I have a patch of compressed snow, or I have ice, this thing bites. So, and I can stand on toes, I can stand on the entire foot, I can even stand on heels. So this is where I slipped before. But I just grabbed that. So these things are pretty good. They're gonna be super dirty, but so there's no apprehension with my foot placement. There's another slide area. No apprehension with my foot placement. That's where the beauty of a crampon comes in. They're expensive though, and but they do come in handy if you can find a cheap pair. These Gravels, I think, were like 200 bucks, but they were end of season. I'll tell you a story about how I got them later. So I have no problems, no apprehension. Don't need walking sticks, even at the toughest incline, which was down there. Made it to the top, no problems, a lot of good traction. And I'm heading down, and I'll take us to that lake. The story of how I got these things was as I was graduating from my 2-year fellowship at the Arizona Center for Integrative Medicine. I planned about 2 weeks before to drive to Flagstaff or the Grand Canyon, which was north of the fellowship, and just try to get to the Colorado River from the southern rim. 2 weeks to about a month before, even trying to read the almanac on predicted snowfall, because you have to prepare for where you're going. Like when I hold hiking excursions, I just tell everybody about 2 weeks before, this is what you should pack. Because even in summertime, you run into rain. In northern states or high altitude, you can have snowfall, and it makes for slightly dangerous hike. I mean, I don't go deep into backwoods, so I don't think we have to worry about predation or isolation, but still, a 6 to 10 hour hike can be really painful. If somebody suffers a sprained ankle, dehydration, doesn't take enough water, or frostbite, frost nip, anything like that. So I prepared for the graduation and then the trip to Grand Canyon, but a freak snowstorm occurred the night before, right? The night before graduation, it looked like there was a snowstorm coming. And I thought, great, I got summer equipment. So I was gonna go to REI in Tucson, but on my way to REI, I made the wrong turn. And as I was making a U-turn, I saw some kind of really tiny shop about a block away from REI. So I just pull in, and I pulled in, I just looked at some of the inventory, and I went way to the back because that's where you find the cheapy stuff. So I went to the back and I found on the top shelf Gravel crampons, and I thought, what the heck? Number one, it was the wrong time of year for crampons. Number two, Gravels are really nice. They even have a little air pocket that kicks away snow if you compact it. Three, it matched my helmet. I've got a rock climbing helmet that I've taken to Half Dome just in case of rock fall. Anyway, I wound up buying them. Didn't think I'd need them, but as I got to the Grand Canyon, when I woke up the next morning to start my hike, the only thing I had to layer up the old-fashioned way, but the only thing I had were Target bags, plastic bags that I put around my non-waterproof boots, and crampons. So I was actually able to make it down the trail, slippery trail, first on trail, with crampons wrapped around my Target brand bags, those plastic things, to cover my summer shoes, boots, and I made it. I didn't make it all the way to the Colorado. I saw it, but my turnaround time had come up and I didn't want to travel back in the dark, so next time I'm going to touch Colorado. So I just did that. Obviously I was talking without even effort and no balance. You didn't see me slip. These things are awesome. So this is why it's good for transitional snow or stepping. But as you might have heard as I crossed the street, when you're on solid surface, we'll test it on ice. When you're on solid surface, you can get some bite, but you're propped up like 2 inches, which is a weird feeling. So let's go to the ice and test this crap out. Right. That's kind of melted. I don't know if the ice is that thick. One way to find out. Ooh, it's like Indiana Jones. I can hear stuff cracking. Ooh. So anyway, if you see me fall down, I mean it's shallow at the edge. So this is perfect. You can get compressed snow that's kind of hard. I've got an ice layer underneath. I definitely am biting on this. And running without a problem. These Forest Preserve Rangers probably wondering, what the heck is that guy doing? What? Out on the lake. If you can find a deal, get some reviews. You don't have to buy Gravels, but it's always nice to have crampons because it gives you more alternatives aside from staying inside and watching Netflix, because we only have about 3 months before springtime, at which time I hope COVID will be a little less of a problem, and I hope we don't wind up with a lot of extra weight I gained like 5 pounds, which is, doesn't seem like much, but 5 pounds when you're not ready for it is defeating. And gotta get this crap off. So thanks for watching till this point. Don't forget to check me out on my YouTube channel and stay safe. See you at the next video.